Then on the second page, we have the production execution page. The production execution page is the one we use most frequently when the operators are performing production operations. So once you come in, when all the necessary conditions for production are met, then we will go to this page and click on the Start button. Then we can place the product on it, and by stepping on the foot pedal, production can be initiated. Here, there is an option for a single-sided rotation. If you go in, pressing this button will activate a double-sided function. However, we don't need to use this at the moment, so you don't need to press it. In case of resetting, for example, sometimes there might be some alarms. Then you can choose to simply turn it off. Then if you turn it on again, it won't give an alarm. So you can simply press the reset button on the production page that you used earlier. If you have already eliminated this alarm, then press the reset button. It has some green and red alarm information. Once you do this, the alarm will be removed. This one has a production count. Every time it produces one item, there will be an accumulation in the quantity. We can clear it out based on this, just to make it easier for us to count how much we produced. This kind of statistics is not absolutely accurate because it's based on a sample. Even if you consider it as a production figure, whether it is properly stuck or not, it still counts as a number. If you have stuck all of them properly, then this number will be accurate. If some of them haven't been stuck properly, then you can tear them off, then you can restick them. In that case, you actually have one less. This number of production is just for reference. If you think this is useful for you all and the statistics are accurate, then you need to calculate the number of defects. And every time during the production process, you can reset it to 0 and start over. Then the third one is our parameter page. As we have mentioned earlier, the parameter page is about how to call the parameters. Then if I come down, I'll explain the function of each parameter. The first one is the label axis speed, which refers to the speed of the label axis. In this case, this motor is used to drive this shaft. This shaft is powered, while the aluminum engraved shaft without the pattern is not powered. When the two of them are pressed together and the label is clamped tightly, then this one with the power will drive it, and then pull out this label. So the marking out speed refers to controlling the speed of this motor. The longer it is, the greater the speed. So it must be rotating faster. The second marking length refers to what we just mentioned when we apply the labels. We simply place the product and then press this pedal. Then it has a compression cylinder at the beginning. It compresses first. It will produce a certain length of mark. The length of this mark is controlled by this value. The larger the value, the longer it protrudes. So when the value is small, it protrudes shorter. And the rotational speed refers to the rotational speed of this character spacing. Regarding this rotational speed, it needs to match this output speed. The prerequisite for this match is not that it can be any value. It must always be this fixed number, because, as I mentioned before, it depends on the product you attach. If the product is large, for example, under the same conditions, then this will definitely become larger. If this product becomes smaller, then this value will definitely decrease as well. Only then will it be a match. How can we determine if they are a good match? We can do so by observing this. We can observe this aspect. For example, let's place this product here now. We press this pedal, then we observe this area. When you observe this place, there will be a label. If you look at its position, it actually has this marking. And it will be a little bit faster. How to determine it? Because when it was marked, it had a slight arch. This one is similar. You can't make it exactly the same by adjusting. Because why can't it be adjusted? It doesn't arch at all. Because it's actually a square bottle. When you place it flat, is that right? Then you might be saying that it will be a bit rounded. But when you hit this corner, it definitely needs some tabs reserved. If there aren't any, it will come off the tab.